Hello there, my name is Natural Bear, and welcome back to Resident Evil 2 Part 6. Where we last left off, we just entered the Umbrella Labs, of course, and we're ready to go and explore them, so let's do that. I took the liberty of putting the ink ribbon back before I started recording, since, there was no reason to show it. So there we are. There's two ways to go here, the main shaft or this lift, which we can't use, so I guess we're going the other way. With our enormous shotgun that's overly large. I feel like I said, did I say part 5 in the intro? Because I meant part 6. I can't remember what I said. I'm sorry. Anyway, there's two places to go, a blue and a red hallway. I guess we'll go down the red one. So there's some sort of shutter here, but there's no power, so it won't work. So I guess we'll go down here, and there's two doors. That's locked from the inside, so I guess we're going in here. Okay. You don't see that very often. Appears this guy poured oil, but he was killed before he could maybe light it. It's a fair idea from this guy. I mean, if there's a giant sentient plant trying to kill you, then fire would be a good way to combat that, I guess. But first things first, there's blue herbs over here, so if you get poisoned, there they are. And there's a user registration here. This is for the culture experiment room. And it looks like a 24-hour sign-in if you just type in guest. That'll become useful later on. Over here there's a computer and a manual. Basically, in the event of a biohazardous breakout, they'll transport all materials to the train and they'll dispose of them, and the train will be purged and disposed of. So basically there's some sort of contingency in place if there's a breakout. Maybe they didn't get to do it because the whole lab got infected, who knows. So basically there's an emergency escape route. And no one can reveal what happened here, basically. And so it even says at the end there, escape might be denied under certain circumstances. So maybe they just trapped them all in and didn't let them go to stop it all leaking out. This is an anti-BOW gas sprinkler. This makes a difference for scenario B, basically. So it is worth turning it on, because it helps in scenario B, basically. And in here is a flamethrower. This is almost entirely useless, this weapon. It's good against a specific enemy type, which we'll see soon, but that's about it. And it does take up 2 slots as well, and there's no ammo for it, just apart from the stuff that's already in there. But I want to show off every weapon, so I might as well, right? And it's a fun gimmick weapon, at least. Here, it's pretty obvious what you've got to do. You've got a lighter, the trusty lighter that we've used several times. You just have to do this. Pretty self-explanatory, really. And now we can go through here. I wonder what awaits us. Ladies and gentlemen, the custom shotgun. Yes, I didn't actually expect it to one-shot those guys, but it did. So, yeah, amazing stuff. It is worth coming in here for one very specific reason. 14 shotgun shells. So if you were short on ammo, you're not going to be short on ammo anymore. So as you can see, the game just starts feeding you a ton of ammo at this point. Also over here there's an ink ribbon, which I never knew. I clicked on this area just wondering if there's anything here, and there's an ink ribbon. You don't need it. As you can see, as you saw in the item box, I've got like 10 or 12, so we don't need it. But it's there if somehow you've used enough saves to need it, it is there. And now we can unlock this door and go on through. So yeah, that whole area is kind of optional, to be honest, but it's a cool area, and you do get some good stuff out of it, so it's worth doing. Obviously, we can't use the shutter because the power's down, so I guess we're going to go into the blue hallway. That seems like the only way to go. How can I put this? It seems like a monster might have got a little too excited. And yeah, we'll leave it at that. I mean, what other possible explanation is there for all of that? Oh, it's a freezer. That's more reasonable. Okay, so we're in some sort of freezer here. There's a first aid spray over here. So grab that if you want to. And this is a pretty simple puzzle, honestly. You see there's a monitor here. If you had a fuse case, you could set the fuse. Well, there's a fuse case here. So just take that and put it over here, essentially. It's not a difficult concept. I don't know why, but there's something kind of aesthetically pleasing about that cutscene. I don't really know what it is. Anyway, the main fuse. So it looks like we can restore power to the area finally, which is pretty important. It's interesting, really, that the design of this game kind of becomes more tunnel visioned as it goes on. Like, the police station is this big expansive area of all these different rooms. But then here on the lab, it's very much quite constrained. It's a small location. There's not that many places to go as such. You know, it's a bit more. It's less open form and a bit more kind of directed. Nothing necessarily wrong with that, but that's just it's interesting how it changes. So we've restored power, and there's two different places we can go. I think we're gonna go this way first because. Yeah, I might as well show this off now while I've got a second. I think this is the way I want to go. I don't know, we're going to find out together. I'm a little bit rusty on this part of the game. I haven't played it in a long time. Yeah, okay, this is where I wanted to go. You remember the user registration we saw not too long ago? This is what that's for. Oh wait, no it's not. It's for something different, right? I don't remember. Yeah, it's for something different. I've done this in completely the wrong order. My apologies. I will explain that when we get to it. But yeah, my bad. Sorry. So I guess we're gonna go the red hallway instead. That would make more sense. Those, I don't know what they're called. I don't know if they've got an official name, these plant things. But now you see why the flamethrower is what it's for, basically. The flamethrower is specifically for these enemies. You'll see I've used almost a quarter of the weapon already, just on that little lick of flame, essentially. So, you know, not the most economic weapon in the world, but there we are. So there's herbs here, and also a fucking massive plant. The size of it. So it appears like I don't know, mutated plant life has kind of overtaken part of the facility, which is concerning, let's just say. But yes, there's herbs here, as you can see. I have more than enough herbs at this point, but I'm just taking them for the sake of it, honestly. I'm actually going to show off the licker trick. So I mentioned earlier lickers are blind. I'm going to see if I can do this. I have not done this in many years, but you can. With the right technique, you can actually sneak past these guys. As you can see. They are very sensitive to sound, so if you run, they're pretty much going to hear you. But if you walk, you should be okay. You just have to make sure when they rear up that you stop walking, otherwise they will... As soon as they're alerted to you, that's pretty much it. They're going to know you're there the whole time you're in the room, so... But if you do it properly, you can get past them pretty simply, to be honest. There's a map of the lab here. Obviously, I don't need it, but if first time through, you probably will need it. And there's an item box. Let's see. The flamethrower, honestly, you've seen it. It's not that great. It's good against the plant life, but it takes up 2 slots, so we might as well put it back. The healing items can go back. We'll keep the green herb, as always. And I think that's all we need. Yes, it is. Typewriter, of course. No ink ribbon, but you don't really need them at this point. So I guess let's move on. Oh dear. Oh. Lovely. We can't go in that room yet, basically. Not that we want to, judging by all the shit falling from the ceiling, but there we are. There's a red herb here. Might as well take it. And there's a lab. This looks a little familiar if you were paying attention during the cutscene with William being killed. Right, you'll see here a blue light. This is where you use the weapon box key. And your reward is Magnum parts. So yes, there is a custom Magnum. So we'll be showing that off later on. Now you'll see why the custom shotgun is so goddamn fun. It literally blows not only their head, but their arms off as well. It just wrecks people. It's fantastic. It's just a really fun weapon to use. But yes, this is the same lab that William was in when he was gunned down in the cutscene, if you notice. In fact, if I go around the corner here... trying to find where it is exactly. There's a chair somewhere that's on the floor, I believe. Where is it? Maybe not. I might be thinking of an entirely different game, but yeah, a chair got knocked over in the cutscene, and I thought that it was the same in the game, but apparently not. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong place. I don't know. Anyway, card key. We saw a few doors earlier that were locked by this, so it's a very important item. This in the corner is for vaccines. We won't be using it, basically. We don't need a vaccine. But we'll be seeing that later. Let's just say that. So let's move on. So we can finally go inside here. Doesn't look like we want to, but... That is one big moth, and I'm not a fan of moths, so you can imagine how much I love that enemy. Anyway, there's a computer here. You can't use it because there's maggots all over it, so it's I'm not going to lie, this is slight overkill, but we're going to shoot the maggots and not damage the computer somehow. Yeah, I don't know either. And so this is some sort of culture room registry. Remember the thing we picked up earlier and the door we tried to go into? This is for that. So basically, the username is guest, if you remember. So let's type that in. And if we register our fingerprint, we now have access to that room. So we'll be seeing that later, hopefully, when we get there. Yeah, there's a lot of liquors in this room. Anyway, there's a disc slot here for an MO disc. We don't have that, obviously, so we can't go that way. That appears to be the passage to the platform, though. So that looks like it might be an escape route. So we better keep an eye on that MO disc. There's some herbs here. I didn't take them earlier, obviously, but I might as well take them now. As you can see, by the way, 45 shotgun shells left. So yeah, the game does kind of... The difficulty curve... There isn't really a difficulty curve, let's be honest. It's a flat line, essentially. Arguably the hardest part of the game is like the early parts in the police station, to be honest. Just because of the sheer amount of ammo the game gives you at this point. It's pretty crazy. So as you can see, the plants respawn and move. So if you're not watching for it, it can catch you off guard. And they're quite tough. They take 2 of these shotgun blasts and they don't flinch either. So the flamethrower still has its uses, but a little too niche to use effectively, to be honest. It just takes up too much space. We're going to do this now. This is the room, obviously, we tried to register the fingerprint. It wouldn't work. Well, now we've done it in the other room that we saw, it works. As you can see, though, you need 2 fingerprints. And if you try and do it again, it won't work. So someone else needs to help open this door. We'll be seeing this door way later on. And by that I mean Clear B, basically. It's another one of those features where certain things carry over into different scenarios. So, lab card key's been used there. But yeah, we won't be seeing that room for another playthrough, essentially. Not until Clear B. Last Magnum bullet pickup here, as well as a first aid spray, as you can see. So actually, you can bring your Magnum to this room and have fun popping off zombies' heads, and it's totally fine. But I didn't think to do it, so sorry. We've got the shotgun there, so I think it's all good. There's a light switch here. You'll definitely want to switch that on. I believe actually you can't pick up the item unless you put that on. I'm not sure though. So more zombies, just blast them. This is for vaccine synthesis. Again, we don't need to make a vaccine. Everything's totally fine with us. And there's another zombie I almost forgot about. There we go. And you'll see a glinting object here. And that's an MO disc I can't carry. 1 second. Do that. And there we go. MO disc. We saw the passage we went past earlier. And this is for that. So it looks like we can actually think about escaping. Fingers crossed, eh?
You murdered my husband. I know what you're looking for. You came for the G-Virus, didn't you? But you'll never take it from me. This is my husband's legacy. Now, where's that spy you were working with earlier? You know who I'm talking about.
What?
You really don't know anything, do you? You're so gullible. She's one of the operatives sent here by the agency. The only reason why she came here is to obtain the G-Virus.
That's a lie.
No, it's the truth. I discovered this when I did a background check on her. She specifically got close to John and became his girlfriend to get information about Umbrella.
That can't be. I know her. Ada wouldn't do something like that.
If you don't want to believe it, I don't really care. You're about to die anyway. What happened?
So, we have the G-Virus now. R.I.P. Lighter.
The self-destruct sequence has been activated. Repeat, the self-destruct sequence has been activated. This sequence may not be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
It wouldn't be a Resident Evil game without a self-destruct sequence, would it? So it appears now Ada is a spy. And that's why she specifically mentioned that she can't love anyone else because that's not in her nature. Hence the reason she's a spy. And we also see Leon's naivety. Kind of throughout the game we saw he's a naive young man. Wet behind the ears. And that's more proof of it. He needs to learn a lot more about people in general, really. Life experience, not something Leon has a lot of, it seems. But yes, we need to get the hell out of here. That's not the right direction, is it? Sorry. I wanted to come this way just to show off naked zombies, which I accidentally ran into. Go me. Yes, there's naked zombies here. I don't know where they came from, but whoops, that completely missed. There we go. Yeah, I don't know where they came from. They just appear here. More to the point, though, let's go and check on Ada while we're here. Oh dear. Good question. I didn't actually know that came up if you searched the bed. But yes, we don't know where Ada is. She's just gone missing. So maybe Annette was right. It's a pretty scary thought. Of course, we also have the G-Virus, as mentioned. So at least it's in good hands. As opposed to, you know, in Annette's hands, for instance. So it was a good idea by Leon to take that from her, I think. We're going to set up our inventory here, I think. We might as well now we're here. Let's see. I'm trying to think what happens. I think we can safely now get the Magnum out. So the shotgun is gone, basically, permanently. So, RIP shotgun. You served us well. We'll be needing healing, obviously. So take that, and that should be good to go. I might as well just do this now. There's no need to save ammo. You can probably tell it's getting towards the end of the game, or the end of the scenario at least, so might as well just do that. There's the custom handgun. It looks really fucking cool. And it's a power upgrade on the handgun, or the Magnum, sorry, as you can imagine. It's not a massively sort of needed upgrade, to be honest, but it helps a little bit. Then again, it looks cool and it sounds cool. Look at that. Great stuff. Do we save? Yeah, we might as well save now. We can save a bit later on, but we might as well do it here. And we are just going to we might as well go through to the end of the game. There's no reason not to at this point, so we'll make this episode a little bit longer.
Leon. I've been waiting for you, Leon.
What are you doing?
You know what this is about, so just hand over the G-Virus.
I don't believe this. Annette was right. About everything.
That's why I told you to leave without me, but you wouldn't listen. Now hand it over. Don't make me shoot you.
You can't do that. Ada! Ada! I've got you. Don't give up.
G-Virus. Leon. It's over. Just let me go.
Shut up. You're gonna make it.
It's too late, Leon. We both know it.
No! I promised you that we would escape. You just have to help me out here.
I really wanted to escape with you, Leon. Escape from everything. Goodbye.
Ada! This is what everyone's been dying for.
Yeah, remember what I said when I said the G-Virus was in safe hands? Turns out it wasn't, because that might have been the stupidest thing possible. That's how the virus spread in the first place, was it being spilt. Obviously, the fact that... I know it's a very deep shaft and everything, there's unlikely to be things down there, but come on. Anyway, to the actual main point of what just happened, yes, Ada, it appears, is dead. And that's an interesting note, by the way. No rounds in the magazine. She never intended to actually shoot him. She just wanted him to hand over the virus. And she said at the end blatantly there, she just wanted to escape from everything. She didn't want to carry on doing this. And, what made her do that? Good question. So, yeah. A lot of stuff just happened. A lot of stuff. But we can't grieve over Ada forever. We have to escape. So let's do that thing, shall we? Oh, this is going to be fun. Goodbye, head. Just saw a chunk of brain fly out of nowhere. And you'll see the Magnum penetrates enemies too, so it went through that guy and hit this guy, which is pretty cool. But yeah, the Magnum makes light work of zombies, as you can imagine. Okay, that's the ammo disc inserted. Let's go. Let's get the hell out of here.
Until detonation.
Well, bollocks. Let's get a move on, hadn't we? You again. Well, that was easy. Okay, apparently it wasn't that easy. Yes, Birkin is now very fast. This is easily the hardest boss of Leon A. It's the only one that, if you've played the game for a while, this is the only boss that can still realistically kill you. Because of how fast he is. And that attack does a lot of damage. As you can see, we're on danger just from that, so... pretty crazy how much damage this guy can do. I don't know why he just jumped in the air there, that was very odd. But never mind. Here he is. Ow. And stay down. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not very good at being threatening. Anyway, you'll notice the elevator spelled incorrectly on the floor, so that's good. More great proofreading by the localization guys at Capcom. Good stuff. And that is Leon A completed. Yes, blatant sequel hook at the end there. They knew they had a hit with this franchise, obviously. The first one did incredibly well. This one would prove to do even better. And to this day, this is often considered the best in the series by fans. Kind of tied with the remake of the first game that came out sort of 2002-ish. Yes, it's pretty timeless, honestly, as far as this genre goes. I think the problem with this genre is that it's inherently kind of aged, just purely because it's designed to be very, the controls are very intentionally archaic and that kind of thing. You'll notice the misspelling there, possibly, by the way. Executive producer, that always makes me laugh. I don't know what the proofreading guys were on when they made this, but I want some of it. Yes. As I was saying, this genre's kind of inherently aged poorly in some people's eyes just because of tank controls, fixed camera angles. It's all very 90s, isn't it? It goes back all the way to Alone in the Dark, back in like 91 or whenever that came out. But yeah, it's... I personally think that claiming... I think they've even... Actually, didn't they just spell Annette's name wrong in the credits? Did I just read that right? Anyway, sorry, that distracted me completely. I can't remember what I was saying now. Yes. I think maybe saying that the controls have aged badly is not fair because they've always been intended to be used in that way. They've been designed from the ground up to be intentionally fiddly, intentionally clunky at first. But there is also a depth to them. So as you get on with the game and you play it more and more, you will get used to the controls, you will be able to move your character more fluidly, and you will be able to dodge things more effectively, and that's kind of the point. It is clunky, yes, but it's been done that way on purpose, and I think it works pretty well, honestly. But yes, that was Leon A. A couple of unanswered questions, the main one being, who the hell was that little girl? We're going to find that out, obviously, when we play Claire's side of the story, which is going to be interesting, seeing things from the other perspective. But yes, that was Leon A. of Resident Evil 2, so we're a quarter of the way through this project. This is the scenario I've got the most familiarity with. So the other 3 scenarios won't be as in-depth, I will warn you now. My knowledge of them is not particularly high in comparison. But I'll do my best to overcome that. And it should be fun. I haven't done the other scenarios in a long time, so it's going to be fun. Here we have the ranking screen. My controller's on the floor, so I should probably pick it up and press A. Oh, well, you don't need to press anything, never mind. So we've got a B, 3 hours 23, 8 saves. Considering I'm playing this for a Let's Play, that's fine, I think. The ranking's not really important, honestly. Getting an A on this game is not that hard. I've completed this game with no saves before, just done it in one sitting. Also, I did that handgun only as well, without using the custom handgun, just the regular handgun. It's not that difficult. This game has been completed with the knife. Speaking of which, a friend of mine completed this game blindfolded. I'm not kidding. I mean, this scenario, not this game. I don't believe he did the other scenarios. I'll have to check on that, but I don't think he did. I think it was just Leon A. But yes, pretty incredible achievement to complete the entire scenario blindfolded. I'll probably link it in the description, actually. But yes, pretty crazy stuff. So there's a lot of challenge runs you can do with this game, and this scenario is often picked as the easiest, so it's the place where a lot of weird challenge runs can happen. But yeah, as you can see, Claire B 00. We'll be starting that in the next video. But for now, that's Resident Evil 2. I'll probably be doing a quick roundup video on things I've missed. I'm not entirely sure. I might even tag it on the end of this one as like a bonus, because it won't take long to show the one thing that I'm planning on showing, to be honest. Yeah, we'll tag this on at the end. We'll edit it so it's quicker. But basically, well, you'll see in a minute. Okay, we're back here again, right at the start of the game. As you can see, I haven't picked up any items. I mentioned this earlier, if you don't pick up anything, there's an extra zombie down in the underground part. You'll notice the courtyard is empty, there's no zombies in there. And down here, there will be this guy. So let's kill him. Should warn you, by the way, this guy takes a lot of ammo. I don't know if I've got enough to kill him. I might have to use the knife. That's how, what's the word? Worrying this situation is. While he's down, actually, we'll get a few stabs in. That might help. You never know. 3 bullets left. I wonder if it's enough. Oh, his arm fell off. That's interesting. Okay, it took 17 and 2 knives, so it's not too bad. Now, if you search his body, you'll see he has a key on him. And if you go to the dark room, that will unlock the locker. So we'll go and do that. And we'll see you there. Oh, actually, before I go, just wanted to mention, you can go inside the police station, take some ammo, and come back if you find that you don't have enough ammo to kill him. I'm pretty sure he takes exactly like 18 shots. I'm not 100% sure on that. But if you find that you can't kill him, just come inside here, go to the desk where there's the 30 bullets, get them, go back out, and you'll be able to kill him absolutely no problem. So yeah, if you need to do that, then feel free to do so. Okay, we're back in the dark room, and this is the locker that you need to use the key on. And when you use it, you get 2 outfits. So we'll try them both on, because why not? The one on the left is generic biker jacket. Please wait a minute. Okay, I can wait. And there we are. How very fetching. It looks pretty awful. But yes, a clash of styles is how I would describe this outfit. Another way to describe this outfit is fucking eye-searing. Yes, let's look at the other outfit, and why not? You can go back to your original clothes, of course, or you can try on the other set of clothes that's in here. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of waiting. Here we go. Yes. Tank top, tough man, cargo trouser thing. Yeah, it's more like a drill sergeant kind of thing, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, that basically is what it unlocks. It unlocks something a little bit different in Claire's scenario. I'll probably show that off at some point. But yeah, that's what the key unlocks, basically. Again, it's not essential. It just kind of looks interesting, I guess. Also, actually, I just realised... different firing pose, so I guess that's kind of cool. I don't have any more ammo, unfortunately, so I can't show it off more. Actually, there's some in here, isn't there? That's right. Look at that. It's almost like I planned it. I actually didn't. Actually, can I pull off this Easter egg while I'm here? Let me see. By the right angle. You can, if you shoot into the camera, sometimes the glass will actually shatter on the screen, if you like, which is a nice touch, but I'm having to pull it off for some reason. Yeah, it just won't happen, unfortunately. Oh well. Yeah, anyway, that was Leon A. We'll be back next video with the beginning of Claire B, which is a very different beast, as we'll see. But it'll be interesting to see the other side of this story. Because what was Claire up to? And also, who the fuck was that little girl? We'll be finding that out, hopefully, in Claire B's scenario. So, thank you for watching this video. It's a bit long. I'll try and edit it down as best I can. And until next time, bye.